Déjà vu. You walk into a cafe you've never seen before, yet every detail feels strangely familiar. Not just the room, the sequence. The kettle will whistle, the door will open, the dog will bark. And when it happens, the feeling vanishes like smoke. That eerie jolt? That's déjà vu, already seen. Scientists think it's a memory glitch, circuits in the hippocampus firing a false, familiar signal, even though you've never been here. Think of it like your Photos app flashing a thumbnail before the real file loads. Déjà vu strikes most when you're stressed, tired, or jet-lagged, times when your brain leans on shortcuts. Sometimes it's new places echoing old ones, a hallway that rhymes with one from childhood, a cafe soundscape that tricks your recognition circuits. It's not time travel, it's not psychic power. It's your brain proving just how slippery memory really is. Jamais vu. Now flip déjà vu on its head. You stare at a word like door or house, and suddenly it looks alien, as if you've never seen it before. That uncanny disconnect is jamais vu. Neurologists think it comes from recognition circuits overloading and briefly failing to tag the familiar. One trigger is semantic satiation. Repeat a word 20 or 30 times and its meaning dissolves into pure sound. Another is prediction mismatch. Change the angle or the lighting, and the brain hesitates. Just long enough to make the ordinary feel wrong. Tip of the tongue. You know the word? You can almost hear it. Starts with M. Yet, no matter how hard you try, it won't come out. That's the tip of the tongue, or lethologica. Your brain retrieves fragments. The first letter, the rhythm, even the sound. But the connection to the full word temporarily breaks. You felt it, forgetting an actor's name mid-sentence, or the word for something obvious, right on the tip of your tongue. Older adults experience it more often, not because they know less, but because retrieval slows down. A reminder of just how intricate our mental dictionary really is. Earworm. A random lyric or jingle loops endlessly in your head. That's an earworm. Psychologists call it involuntary musical imagery. Catchy, repetitive tunes hijack your auditory cortex, and your brain keeps replaying the loop, craving closure. It's why Baby Shark, or that one commercial you never even liked, can torture you for days. The harder you push, the more your brain insists on finishing the tune. It's a playful glitch that shows how much our minds crave rhythm, repetition, and completion. Doorway effect. You walk into a room and instantly forget why you came in. Classic doorway effect. The brain uses physical boundaries, like doors, as mental bookmarks. When you cross one, it clears working memory to load the new scene. Usually that's efficient, but sometimes the save file lags, and you're left blank. It's the same glitch when you unlock your phone to check one thing, and 5 swipes later, you've forgotten what it was. Change blindness. Here's a fun glitch. You can stare right at something and still miss when it changes. That's change blindness. In a classic experiment known as the door study, a person asks for directions on the street. Workers carrying a door pass between them, and suddenly the original person is swapped out for someone completely different. And yet, about half of people don't even notice. The brain doesn't capture every pixel. It sketches the scene and fills in the rest with guesses. You felt it in real life too, missing a new haircut on a close friend, or overlooking a moved object at home until someone points it out. Your mind isn't updating the world frame by frame. It's updating the story. McGurk Effect. One of the brain's strangest glitches. Watch someone say ba, but their lips clearly form fa. What do you hear? Most people's brains flip it into fa or even da. That's the McGurk effect. Vision hijacking your hearing. Your brain stitches senses together, and when sight and sound clash, the eyes win. You felt the same trick in real life, like when subtitles make dialogue finally click once you see the words. It's proof your perception isn't raw input. It's a mashup edited on the fly. Pareidolia. It's 3 a.m., and your clothes on the chair suddenly look like a stranger lurking in the corner. Look up at the clouds. Is that a face? Or maybe a smile in car headlights? That's pareidolia. Your brain is hardwired to detect faces, a survival shortcut from evolution. It's better to mistake a shadow for a predator than to miss a real threat. Everyday triggers? Symmetry, two eyes above a mouth, low light, stress. You've probably noticed it yourself. Jesus on toast, shocked-looking sockets, even the famous face on Mars. You're not hallucinating. Your brain is just overinterpreting shapes to keep you safe. Déjà Rêvé. Ever felt like a moment in real life is strangely familiar, but you realize it's from a dream you had years ago? That's Déjà Rêvé. Already dreamed. Neurologists think it's a memory glitch. Fragments of dreams accidentally stored in long-term memory, then triggered by cues in the real world. It feels mystical, but it's your brain mixing dream files with reality. Stress, sleep deprivation, or fatigue make it more likely, as the mind leans on shortcuts. Think of it as your brain playing last night's trailer over today's movie. Same actors, new scene. Out-of-body experience. Imagine lying in bed, and suddenly you're also at the ceiling, looking down at yourself breathing. The room is yours, but the vantage point isn't. That uncanny snap is an out-of-body experience, or OBE. Your brain's where I am map slipping its anchor. Neuroscientists trace it to the temporoparietal junction, the hub that blends vision, balance, and body awareness. When it misfires, your sense of self drifts away from your body. Stress, trauma, migraines, even deep meditation can nudge it loose. Want to snap back fast? Press your palms together or hug your shoulders. Physical feedback pulls your GPS pin back into place. For a heartbeat, you're both first person and spectator, and then you drop back in. So, which of these mind glitches tripped you up the most? I've got plenty more fascinating deep dives coming your way.